Hey everyone, this is Ben here, recording my first BS ramble for my YouTube channel. I'm just going to be posting these probably once a week in addition to the gameplays that we post with my friends. Usually we do that Wednesday night stream. If you're one of my 8 followers already, you probably know that we do that on Wednesday nights. And what that show is about is we just stream ourselves playing Smash Bros. We've been playing that game for years and we all love it. So one of our favorite things to do is to hang out and play Smash. And a couple of years ago, someone had the idea that we record it and we start posting them online because we get some pretty funny moments. And of course, all of us were students at the time, so no one could make it happen. And then I was bored and unfulfilled by my work, so I decided to try to do this as like a little side hobby. I mean, I'm playing video games anyways. I might as well try to produce something from it. And the idea for what I'm going to do now is that it's going to be, I'm going to label it a BS Ramble. BS is my initials, and it's also going to be full of bullshit, so it's pretty clean, good pun for you guys right there. Let's see, my idea is I'm just going to blabber behind this thing, and hopefully you guys get something out of it. I tried so hard to pick a good gameplay for this one, and I actually had 2 other games where I did really well. So the first one I played and what the fuck did I thought that I had recorded it. So the other day I come home from work ready to record this thing. I had a bunch of ideas what I'm going to talk about and all that, and then I go looking for it in my files and I could not find it anywhere. And eventually I had to give up, and I guess it didn't record. So then that night I was like, okay, new mission. I'm going to go into Here's the Storm and I'm going to get just another sick gameplay. So I just went in and I was going to try as hard as I could, get another good gameplay to post behind this video. And I did. I had an awesome game. I was also playing Sonya. I did the same build on the same map that you guys are watching right now. And of course, afterwards I go to get it and I forgot to hit record. And then after that I was so pissed off that I didn't feel like recording this thing at all. So that's where I left it. And then finally last night I got this game, which is not nearly as good as the first one and not as good as the second one. They're getting progressively worse. The first game I was so excited about. I was like, holy crap, these guys are going to think that I'm actually good at this game when I'm not. Yeah, so that's basically the idea behind the channel. So hopefully this gameplay is okay and you guys don't find it like torturous to watch. If you ever see me doing something like super retarded, it's because I'm not that good at this game. That's it. I don't need an excuse other than that. I'm pretty bad at it. There's better streams to watch if you're looking for a pro. If you're one of my 8 subscribers, you probably already know that I'm the best Smash player in my group of friends. And I would go as far to say that I'm the best Here's the Storm player also. Actually, that's not true. Dan is definitely better than me. But he's played a lot of this game. So what I did is I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff the other night. I was just sitting there thinking what I could talk about, just kind of letting the thoughts flow in. And it wasn't really the other night. It was about 2 weeks ago. So now I'm looking at this paper filled with like point form notes about things I should talk about and just like random thoughts I was having, because I thought I'd just like start writing down what I'm thinking about, right? That might get me into a creative place where I can have some ideas. Let's see, so I'm gonna go over here. So here's one, and I don't remember writing this, but it just says man tits with no abs. So I assume I was just thinking about like the fact that I don't work out, and I was probably eating some shitty food at the time watching basketball. And I was just like, you know what I am? I'm a fat guy with man tits and no abs. Let's see what else. Oh, I was talking to my friend about Bigfoot the other day. And he's over at my place and we're trying to pick something to watch on Netflix. And he suggested watching this Bigfoot show, and he's going on about how like, no, this is like an actually good Bigfoot show. Like they use science. He's telling me about how they're testing the poo that they find, and they like find things like little pieces of moss on trees. They're taking them to a laboratory and DNA testing them to see what they're coming from, to try to figure out what people are seeing and if Bigfoot's real. And I was like, that is not the show that I want to watch. And not because I don't like Bigfoot shows, because I love Bigfoot shows as much as the next guy. Who doesn't like the idea of a giant monkey walking around in the North American woods? It's awesome, but I know it's not real, and everyone knows it's not real. And if that scientific show that he's recommending me has found Bigfoot and proved that it's real using DNA, I probably would have heard about it by now, and I would go as far to say that it probably wouldn't be on Netflix. It might be on some other channel. I probably would have heard it on the radio. So I don't want that boring ass laboratory show. I want the one with all of the Bigfoot guy, some big bearded guy who goes out on his ATV and he's lived in the woods his entire life and he knows that Bigfoot is real. I want to hear the interviews with the guy that knows that he's seen Bigfoot and knows that he's had encounters with Bigfoot, because that is what makes Bigfoot shows fun. It's just seeing these absolute lunatics blab about Bigfoot. And I mean, maybe I should call them lunatics. They're just like they're like 10% more hopeful than me that Bigfoot is real, because if I was 10% more hopeful that Bigfoot's real, I could probably convince myself of it. It's easy to convince yourself of things that are like pretty cool, you know? So like how badly do you want Bigfoot to be real? And those guys live there. They want it to be real so badly, so they just decide in their heads like, yeah, he's real and I'm going to spend my life trying to find him. And I actually think that'd be kind of fun. Just living up there. What else? I could tell you guys about me, but I'm pretty boring. The most fun thing I do is I run this channel, which means basically that I edit the videos afterwards and I pay for the pizza and beer every time, except for one time when my older brother ordered Domino's. Something kind of exciting, my little brother is coming home. He moved to Oregon where he eloped. He married his girlfriend and told us via Facebook out of the blue. We just thought he was moving in with her, but he actually apparently married her. But anyways, he and his wife are coming home to Canada. So, and he's hilarious. My little brother's the funniest guy I know. So he'll be on the stream from now on Wednesdays, which should be awesome. And he's actually the one that talked me into making a BS ramble like this. And he just told me like he's like, you can post Heroes gameplay, but you're not good enough to post any sick plays or anything like that. So he's like, so you'll just have to like blab about other stuff behind it. Even though I don't know if you guys are watching the screen, but you just saw me bang those guys up pretty good. So Colin, I know you're one of my 8 subscribers, so hopefully you see this video and you saw that play and you hear me tell you to suck it right now. What else here? I've got tons of notes on this piece of paper, but I don't know if any of them are worth talking about. I was watching basketball while I was writing it all down, so some of it's like very basketball related, and I don't know how big the Heroes of the Storm NBA crossover is. But anyone who cares, I'm a Raptors fan. I say I'm a Raptors fan. I'm not really a Raptors fan. I'm just I like bought the NBA package like 6 months ago, and that was it. Look at this Kaleface spamming objective. Like, he dies. So what's his new contribution? It's just going to be to spam objective in the center of the screen over and over and over again. Like, oh, thank God that the one guy that's dead on our team has some stellar advice for us, because otherwise we would be totally lost while we're currently doing the objective. Oh, let's see. Here's another one about my body type that I wrote down. It says, I'm a fat ass. I talked a bunch about how sore I am, so everyone knew I worked out. Ate like dog shit all day, giving myself credit for going to the gym that afternoon, and then bailed last minute. This is the day that I spent $22 at McDonald's. I'm sure that I don't need to tell the gaming community how much food you can get for $22 at McDonald's. But I'm like, I could have died from eating $22 at McDonald's. What happened was I went to the gym on Monday, and then I spent all of Tuesday talking about how sore I am, walking around with my gym bag, and then finally time came, and at lunchtime I was like, well, I can treat myself to some delicious food because I'm about to go to the gym, right? I'm just gonna burn off this $22 at McDonald's. But after you eat $22 at McDonald's, you feel like dog shit. So I did not go to the gym. And it's not just because I felt like dog shit. It's mostly because I'm lazy. But that certainly didn't help. So I was just like dragging my stomach around. When you get that full off McDonald's, you're full for like 48 hours too. I started building their custom burgers there. That's what messed me up. So I'm on like it's been like 2 weeks since I did that. And I haven't gone to McDonald's once since because I was feeling pretty shitty. Pretty shitty. That's okay. I was trying. I hope I wasn't even paying attention just now, but I hope that I, at least when I die, I keep the camera moving. I told my older brother that I was going to be doing this. He hates playing Heroes with me because I always go like make food and stuff. So when I told him I was making a stream, he's like, "Oh, nice, the stream where you microwave pizza and AFK." Um, I was like, "No, no, it'll be better than that. I'll actually play." And then I actually had a bit of a hard time finding a gameplay to do this for, just because I'm always doing stupid crap like that. Like I'll go and as soon as I die, I'll like run to the kitchen, try to make a pizza pop or something like that. Um, so he was not on board with this idea as much as I would have appreciated him to be. What else did I want to talk about? Oh my god. I know this has been beaten to death if you're a fan of comedy at all, but people who take Instagram videos at concerts might actually be the worst people in the world. How narcissistic is that? Because it's not for anybody else. When you're taking a video at a concert, that's not about someone opening up your Snap and being like, or your Instagram or whatever, and being like, wow, that looks so fun, like cool, their voice sounds good, whoa, what a performance. Because it's always dog shit. It's always hands waving around. Half the time they'll turn it around and it'll be them cheering, something stupid like that. Just take a second to look at this poor Malfurion and how hard I hunted him for this entire game. Like Sonya is such a good Malfurion counter, and I just build this really tanky build because he can't really defend himself that well. Especially, I think this guy went silence. So yeah, he was completely helpless, and I'm pretty sure that was the game-winning push right there that we just made. Anyways, yeah, those Instagrams are literally just about that person saying to you, look at this cool thing that I'm doing, which is really, it's what all of Instagram is about, but at least with the rest of Instagram, people try to make an effort to make it enjoyable for you, you know? Like maybe they'll like throw like a nice filter on their photo to try to make it look nicer. Like, oh, we can take a picture of this photo, I'll put some lo-fi on it and overexpose the shit out of it. And maybe people actually like looking at it, and I do like looking at that stuff. But concerts, you hit it, and all of a sudden your phone just blasts volume so loud at you, and just to see that this moron wanted you to know that they did something interesting, they did something cool. What else do I have here? It's all basketball stuff, but here's something dumb for you guys. Android and Apple are organisms in an evolutionary race. I don't know where my head was at when I wrote that, but it does kind of make sense when you think about like two things competing, um, and they're both just trying to outcompete one another. So they are kind of acting like organisms that just made up of all these different human minds. And with that idiot stoner thought, the game is over. As you guys can see, I did most of the damage on my team. I tanked a bunch. This was not as good of a game as the other ones were, but that all being said, I'm in Gold League, so this type of thing isn't that hard to come by when you're in Gold League. I mean, if you're a half-decent player, you're not in Gold League. I think I'm mostly in here because I spend a lot of my time in games microwaving food, like Dan said. So thanks everyone for listening, and I'm going to throw the social media details up on the page here. I've actually been streaming a chunk of Heroes, and usually I just blab behind it like this while I play. Hopefully people like this. If you listen to the whole 15 minutes of this, you are an absolute trooper and probably one of my 8 current subscribers who are all personal friends of mine. So thanks guys for listening, and I'm sorry that you have to hear my voice drone on like you do every time we hang out. Anyways, So throw the social media pages a follow, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Those are the things that people say at the end. I don't know what commenting does because I'm pretty new to YouTube, but I guess action on video probably helps. Maybe I'll make some other accounts and just start some controversy or something. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.